Leslie from drleslietoday.com, and I want to invite you to take the challenge in my competition for what is your excuse? What is holding you back in your life that you'd like to change? What is your excuse, whether you use your family, your spouse, you're lazy, you don't want to get up in the morning, you're impatient? What's your excuse? Do you use your weight as an excuse to hold you back from getting that job you want? Are you afraid to get that relationship that you want, and so you use excuses like, I work too much, I don't have time? So I challenge you to write in to drleslietoday.com, either use my blog, or you can email me at leslie@drleslietoday.com. That's leslie@drleslietoday.com. And I look forward to hearing from you. I have Kwame and Chad with me. Tell me, guys, where do you go to school?
I go to Peace and Diversity Academy. It's in the South Bronx.
In the South Bronx?
Yes.
And you?
I go to Columbus.
Columbus?
Yeah.
Yeah? You want to give a shout out?
PDA!
PDA, what's up? Think about your lives. Now I want you to really think about this. No joke. What excuse do you have? What is your biggest excuse that holds you back?
Laziness.
Laziness?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd about to say the same thing.
So how do you think that's going to affect your junior year?
Basically, I gotta put more energy into it.
You got to put more energy into it?
Yeah.
I get an assignment. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, I have to do it. Then I'd be like, nah, I don't want to do it. And then I procrastinate with it.
Procrastinate. So if you had something to say to students, you'd say put more effort and time in.
Yeah, like just do what you have to do. I mean, you may not want to, but in the long run, you're going to have to.
So if you could change your mind as of talking to me today, would you think more about every time that you were lazy, not to be so lazy?
I definitely would.
I want to say thank you guys. Thanks for coming on. Hi, I'm here with Sandy here in Tourist Square, as Sandy just put it, instead of Times Square. And so Sandy, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
I am now retired. I'm a grandma. And
You're a grandma?
I am.
Do they call you Bubba?
Grammy Lou.
Grammy Lou. Okay, I like that. I like Grammy Lou.
Yeah, Grammy Lou.
That kind of just
Makes
slides
it a
off
little
your
bit
tongue.
different.
Yeah, a little bit different.
Yeah, it comes, it's a takeoff from daycare centers that I had called Sandy Lou's Little People.
So let me ask you, if there was an area of your life, because you've been successful in your financial life.
I have.
It sounds like you've been successful raising your children.
Well,
anyone on drugs or?
I do. I lost a son to the disease of addiction.
To addiction.
I lost him to his addiction.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry to hear that.
That was one of the slumps for me. That was one of the times when I used that excuse for a lot of years.
So you
really
used that excuse for a lot of years. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
I was swimming in the pain. It was too painful to get past in my mind.
You were swimming in the pain.
Yeah.
And so you said that was your excuse.
Yeah, it was a suicide death, and that's really difficult for a parent. And I did not know how to get past that until I got to acceptance that it wasn't my job to keep him alive, and that I didn't have anything to do with keeping him alive.
So that it wasn't your fault.
It not only wasn't my fault,
right.
It wasn't my job. I didn't cause it, and I couldn't cure it. So I tried.
I think that's a very difficult thing that many parents go through, that they feel it's their fault, or they should have seen the signs.
Absolutely.
Or maybe they should have taken their child in and they refused them.
What if I'd have done this? What if I'd have done that? If only I'd have done this. And I did 8 years of that.
And you did 8 years of that.
And I didn't move on.
And that was your excuse for not moving on.
I stayed stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
In deep, deep grief.
And so how did that manifest itself? Did you have did you not date? Did you not go out?
I got rid of everybody in my life. I isolated.
You isolated?
Fetal position a lot of the time. Therapy.
So in order to overcome the excuse, you had to realize that you were not in control.
I had to realize that God was a bigger power than I am.
Bigger power.
I had to get that completely in my heart, not in my head. I had to move it from here where I had it.
So in the end, you had to power up.
I had to power up.
You had to power up big, going big. You went big. Okay. So now where are you at?
Now I'm retired. I'm happy. I am traveling around. I go where I want, do what I want, when I want. I'm going back now, trying to make some kind of concessions for the times that I was in that such awful pain and cut off so many people in my life, including my own children. A lot of
so
people.
You're going back and working on the issues of forgiveness.
I am.
And relationships.
And forgiving myself.
And forgiving
being able
yourself.
To forgive myself for that.
Be at peace.
Yeah, be at peace. And I am at peace. I'm really content in my life right now.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Let me take your bag from you. I love that that she is at peace. Did you hear that, America?
I am
that she
content.
worked, she's content. Took her 8 years, but she did it.
And it's about taking care of myself first. That's what I had to learn.
You had to learn. And I hope women out there are watching. It's about taking care of yourself first. And I thank you so much. I think everybody should learn from you, Sandy, about your life.
Take care of themselves.
Absolutely, learn to take care of themselves. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.
The competition starts now and ends December 14th. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick 5 people. That's 5 people. There's no gimmick. There's no money. I'm not trying to sell you anything. 5 people to give life coaching, 6 sessions at the beginning of the year so you can start your year with an excuse-free life. That's right, an excuse-free life. So I invite you to tell me your story, challenge me to pick the best 5, and I'll give you 6 free life coaching sessions. And I thank you for joining me.